Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Live from the GBM studios in Belize City, it's Open Your Eyes. Start your morning right with your hosts, Sabrina Daly and Paul Lopez.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And good morning, Paul.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
It's been good. It's been a week without you.
I know. It felt longer, though. I won't lie.
Yeah, but we definitely miss you over here. I'm sure our viewers can attest to that. So I just want to say a special good morning to our audience watching us at home and abroad, wherever you are. We want to thank you so much for starting your morning right with us, right here on Open Your Eyes. It is Tuesday, July 14th. And you know, if you are out there celebrating a birthday, a wedding anniversary, what else people celebrate? Sweet 16. What else people celebrate?
Just being alive.
Being alive.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, a promotion maybe, whatever you are out there celebrating, we hope that you're having a fantastic day and you continue celebrating, okay? Because you deserve to celebrate.
Well, I was away on a much needed and I dare say deserved vacation, but beyond that it was also a celebration as well. Since you're speaking of that, my best friend of over a decade got married to the love of her life, and so we were in Cancun, baby. And it was really wonderful just catching up with old friends and family, even extended family. And so I have to say just a huge congratulations to Taron Butcher, now Mrs. Richmond, and my added brother Ray Richmond as well. Just a beautiful couple, and I'm excited for their future, you know, celebrating love. I love love.
What's the vibe like in Cancun these days?
I'll tell you, Paul, the first thing you see, you don't even have to see it. It's all sargassum. It is stinky.
Really?
Trust me, I'll tell you this is not a Belize problem. This is a Central America problem. It's a Mexico problem as well. So the stench.
Think they have it worse in some areas?
Well, I'll tell you, based on the location where I was at a resort. It wasn't as bad as what I've been seeing here in Belize City, at least in the pictures that we've been showing. But it's definitely present and it definitely stinks. And so you would know that these private properties, I imagine they have their own measures that they put in place to try to clean up the sargassum. But, you know, it was really, for me, it was, I was appreciative to know that it's not only a Belize issue. But beyond that, of course, it's a celebration. The vibe was great. I'm on vacation. You're at an all-inclusive resort. It's like bottomless drinks, all you can eat food.
I've done one of those before.
Yeah, it was really nice.
All-inclusives. They don't make the drink strong. It's intentional.
Well, you got to drink more of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. The amount of strawberry margaritas I had. Anyways, let's move in. We are not on vacation anymore. Let's jump into business. And I have some wonderful conversations to share with you guys that we have lined up for you. We're going to start things off with Expo Belize Marketplace 2026, where business meets opportunity. So we're going to be talking about businesses coming together for that exposition. Then after that, we're moving into Belize to Orlando, Kalani's Pageant Journey. It's pageant season, Paul. I've been seeing several pageants on the scene, and so this is one of the latest ones that we'll be talking to this delegate. And then finally, the power of dance. Belizean Vibe takes the stage, and so we'll be looking forward to each and every one of those conversations.
Indeed. And we also have some topics to jump into this morning, and we want to see if we could touch all of them. The first conversation is about Belize City declaring a sargassum emergency. We look at some videos, some images from yesterday, and an interview we did with the City Council personnel. And now Chief Hydrologist is warning the River Valley community and residents to stay alert. And that's because floodwaters from the west are moving northeast into the Belize River Valley community. It's a real threat, guys, and so we'll discuss it. And then we also touched in the news last night, the new sheaf of screenshots that were smart stream screenshots that were leaked over the weekend. We discussed it. We went into it further in the newscast, and we'll touch briefly on it this morning. Also, we spent some time in the news addressing the Jaguar Cub video, which has renewed calls to respect protected wildlife. And then it's Tuesday, of course. So what does that mean? That means it's night 2 of KTV, the remixed live shows, and that begins tonight at 8 p.m.
And so don't forget to mention that they have a genre of choice tonight as well.
It's reggae. We'll get into that. We'll get into it.
All right, let's move into the topics. I know that perhaps we can begin with the more serious ones. I know that there was a new leak of SmartStream screenshots. I saw that you presented that story last night. And I've been trying to follow what has been taking place last week leading up to the latest. So this one comes from Shanush Village, over $1 million in a span of 2023, I believe.
From 2023 to 2026.
To 2026, and over $1 million. It's the same old story, under the threshold of $10,000. So whether it's $9,099 or less, it's just a pattern of showing what we are calling an abusive system. Other people are also wondering if there is cronyism, nepotism involved. Ultimately, we cannot say that that is illegal. It's not illegal to give contracts to your friends, to your families, but we are acknowledging that there is an abusive system here. You also expanded that on your story. But what I appreciate, the added layer that you provided, Paul, was the interview that you did with a former person in the BDF. I believe it's
Major Lloyd Jones.
Major Lloyd Jones. He spoke of what the system was like during his time and how they seemingly have changed some things where there are different controls now, and that's why we are seeing perhaps more of these types of screenshots.
Yeah, and so what happened after the Brisenia administration took office, we spoke, apart from Major Lloyd Jones, we spoke to former general in the Belize Defense Force, now retired, who explained to us that after the Brisenia administration took office, the Ministry of Defense moved to sort of centralize the procurement process.
Right.
So under the previous administration, the Belize Defense Force was pretty much in charge of everything. In terms of setting their budget, identifying their menu, identifying how much soldiers you're budgeting for, how much meals you're budgeting for, putting it down to the cent, and then sending that budget with all right, so this is the menu, these are all the ingredients we will need, right? And then sending that to the Ministry of Defense and saying, hey, these are the ingredients we need. We need with lamb chops, we need with beef, we need with fish, we need with chicken. Of course, we need with vegetables, good quality vegetables. So we send that to MOD and say, all right, this is a lot. We can't necessarily do this ourselves. That too much, so you need procurement. And then the Ministry of Defense handles that technical part, which requires a great deal of oversight, along with input from the Belize Defense Force in this case, because now the Belize Defense Force, they know who are the quality sellers. They know, all right, we work with their people, we could guarantee that their people will give we bang for our buck. And
in some cases, they would even work with the ministry as well, because the prior system involved was that these contracts would require a level of waiting for their monies to come through, even months in some cases.
Right, and so so there are challenges in the system, clearly in terms of payments.
Yeah.
Right? Because I understand that these businesses require monies to be flowing in order for them to operate feasibly and in a sustainable manner. So what it appears happened based on information we've received is that the Ministry of Defense moved to sort of centralize this process, right? And to be more involved in the creation of these ingredients lists, in the creation of the list, identifying the budget, the procurement process. And what we were told is that the Belize Defense Force was removed from the process to a great extent, and that their involvement largely was minimized to receiving the products and distributing it.
Yeah.
But to the Belize Defense Force, this wasn't much of an issue because, hey, we're still getting the food we need.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. We're still able, to a great extent, to feed our soldiers and our officers, and that's what's important. We don't have to worry about the budget, worry about how much you all are paying, whether it is below market value or above market value. We don't have to deal with that headache no more. Make the ministry deal with that. But the question is whether or not the centralization of this process, to a great extent, whether it was done to increase safeguards and increase oversight, or whether or not it was done so that
others could benefit.
Others could benefit.
Yeah.
And that's the question here now, because based on what we're seeing, this increased oversight from the Ministry of Defense has created an entire scandal.
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of these sub $10,000 payments, where there's a lot of politically connected people receiving contracts, where now there's an entire audit, where ministers are being placed on administrative leave left, right, and center. And you have to ask if this transition could have been the root of this entire thing. Of course, the audit going back to 2015 will determine some of that, right? It will show whether or not this has been a pattern for over a decade, let's say, or more.
The Briceño administration.
Or pre the Briceño administration. I think now the Prime Minister isn't too concerned about whether or not the BDF had it under their control and the process there, or whether the Ministry of Defense now has it under their control and the process there, because the Prime Minister is moving towards this central procurement unit, right? And he is pushing this as this way forward,
the solution,
where everything is centralized. But when I learned about the Ministry of Defense's move to sort of centralize the process, in a sense, it gets me concerned because of how that turned out when I think about now centralizing the entire government procurement system. I wonder and I question if the entire central procurement unit, and I'm not saying it will, but if it will mirror some of the behaviors that we have and some of the patterns that we see in the Ministry of Defense in their attempt or in their move to sort of centralize this small fraction of procurement and supplies within the Belize Defense Force.
I think that that's a valid concern to have, but I'm also thinking on the other end that should this come to pass, it will be easier to identify if there are any other hanky-panky, issues taking place. We would know exactly who to look at and not have this sort of musical chair situation where we've been trying to connect the dots, as you pointed out in one of your stories a couple weeks ago, where there's so many players saying, I have nothing to do with that. I'm not aware of this process. It would go directly to the centralized body that is looking at this, the contract and the issuing of the contract and whatnot.
So you could point out who might be at fault or who is responsible.
So I'm thinking of that as a positive. But I have similar sentiments as to what you're saying. I hope that we are not simply trying to overlook the main issues that we are seeing here, which is an abuse of the system, to simply say, okay, we will just fix that issue by create one next oversight body. And when that another issue comes around, okay, we'll create another oversight body. And it's just this repetitive cycle. So I'm hoping that we could look at both sides and see perhaps where we can meet in the middle and find some solutions to both of those possible issues that could occur.
What I'm seeing in the public discourse, and it is perhaps growing, it can be argued it's at a minimal level right now, but there seems to be some disquiet, some unrest, some discontent over the Auditor General's office overseeing this entire audit. And a lot of people seems to have this discontent or this bit of disquiet simply because when you have distrust or your trust in a government is eroding and administration is eroding, that distrust tends to extend to every arm.
Yeah.
Right, within that administration.
You wouldn't even trust an investigation.
Right, so then when you begin to think, oh yes, it's the Auditor General's office is supposed to operate with some level of, with a great level of autonomy and independence, but for people, they're also thinking, but at the end of the day, it is the Belizean administration that is leading the government, and the Auditor General's office is an arm of the Belizean administration, which is the government at this time.
So
and
are they independent enough to investigate and hold these persons accountable without influence?
And are they independent enough to really comb through the evidence with a fine-tooth comb and not miss anything in the manner an independent investigator, an independent auditor, free of any contractual agreements with the government through their office, for example, employment contracts, free of that, whether or not perhaps that is necessary. I know that's a conversation taking place in the background, and I'm pretty sure that conversation will boil over.
Well, I think a good situation that we have on our hands is where, on one end, the Auditor General is carrying out that investigation, but on the other, we have the other investigation from Mr. Broster through the Integrity Commission. So it's kind of like I'm looking forward to seeing if there will be similar findings. And that's where we could probably sit back and say whether perhaps the Auditor General may be held back on some of its findings if the Commission comes out with its own. Yeah,
well, they're right, and they're both oversight bodies, the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General's office. So, but we'll wait to see what that audit and the investigation brings out, and I think it's natural for people to question what they're questioning right now.
All right, well, let's move into another topic of discussion. I was telling you guys I was in Cancun, Mexico, and the sargassum issue is all over Central America, but especially here in Belize, I think because we live here, it's an added concern for us. It's not only a key issue, it's a Belize City issue, it's a coastal issue, really. But people are currently looking at some of the measures that the Belize City Council is putting forward. As you guys can see on screen in just a moment, this is one of the machinery that is being used to collect the sargassum and take it out to dry at some other area. They're still trying to figure out as they go along what they're going to do with it. But I know a lot of people are appreciative of this measure. And perhaps there are other questions being asked about long-term and sustainable efforts that will be put forward. This machinery costs a lot of money. I don't think we have enough in the country to clear up all the sargassum. And so while it's good news for us, I think we're still asking, what will we be doing long-term to deal with this issue, especially since it's a climate issue. It's not something that we cause on ourselves.
Yeah, it's a great effort from the Belize City Council. This is historic. We're watching history unfold here in terms of the level of sargassum that is affecting the Belize City coastline. The fact that they have to employ this sargassum harvester through Holchand Marine Reserve, because we know there's 2 in San Pedro. So this is commendable. The sargassum, the issue needs to be addressed. And my understanding is, based on the interview we did yesterday, they're taking the sargassum, they're harvesting it from the water, and they're placing them in these trucks. And they're taking them to the landfill just outside of Belize City, where they're kind of leveling it on the ground. And my understanding is they'll wait for it to dry out, and then afterwards they'll cover it. They'll cover it with soil or whatever material is
like
out
try to
there.
mix it and turn it into actual like
landfill
soil.
like landfill. And
which I think is good.
Yeah, of course, I know there are conversations out there about other uses for it. That takes more investment and more time and more human resources, I'm sure, but those discussions are ongoing. What I do hear, though, from, I do understand, and somebody reached out to me yesterday with a valid concern from San Pedro residents, right? They're saying some San Pedro residents are unhappy. They're saying that we have this issue in our backyard, essentially, that is going unaddressed to an extent, and that is affecting us significantly, and we harvested it at Belize City, right? That like if you, let's take for example, my yard need for cut, and I got a weed whacker, but instead of my
your
son,
community got a weed whacker.
No, I got a weed whacker, but instead of my son take out the weed whacker and cut my yard, you go cut the neighbor yard where bush it too. And then you look on the neighbor yard, they get cut, and you say, that's all good. We need the neighbor's yard to be cut, but my yard also needs to be cut. And so some San Pedro residents, and I take their point, I take their concerns, and you go on social media, you'll see the complaints. They're saying, we also need this issue to be addressed. And I think the concern comes from the fact that these harvesters were being serviced for a while, right? We were hearing stories of them being serviced for months, and they were not operational because they were being serviced. And weeks or months after the servicing process was completed, there was an expectation that they would immediately get back to work in addressing the issue on the island, which is a tourism hub. You have a lot of restaurants along the coast. So for residents to see that after the servicing process was complete, they changed focus, changed direction, and came to Belize City, I think that is raising for a lot of eyebrows for people on the island. And I don't think that they be mean, honestly, or be selfish. I think when you think about the impacts of sargassum, everybody wants their shores to be clean, and these were first and initially bought to address the issue there on Ambergris Key. And so I hear their concerns, and I hear their complaints as well.
But to be fair, I want to think that when the sargassum issue was trying to be met in San Pedro, we weren't seeing as much as we're seeing now in Belize City as well. And so I think this addressing that we're seeing from the Belize City Council is because of how much it has grown and how different the season is this year versus last year as well. So I just want to put that out there, not saying that, San Pedro residents don't have a valid concern, as Paul mentioned. It's an eyesore for everyone. There are health concerns for everyone. It affects businesses. It affects private properties or people living close in general. But I'm hoping that we can also recognize that there are limited resources here as well.
Yeah, and that's
so
the point.
People will feel this level of frustration regardless. We don't have enough to go around. And I might be facetious at this time, Paul, but I think we got business opportunity. We could buy one of them.
Exactly.
I got dollar, right? I will put dollar on the table. You put dollar. We will buy one.
It highlights that exact point,
Exactly.
Sabrina, that there's a need for more investment in these harvesters so Belize City can have its own.
Alrighty, let's move things along and jump into another perhaps climate-related topic. I know that yesterday we were talking about the weather concerns and the flooding over the weekend. Belmopan or Cayo district, I guess I could say, since Belmopan is in Cayo, saw a bit of a scare. It was not record-breaking. I understand that the highest floodwaters they saw was as far back as 2002.
No, so one or two thing, the two different thing, right?
Tell me.
So the rain amongst different from the flood waters, right? So the rain was not historic in that they've recorded higher amounts of rains in 2002, like 13 inches, and then they saw like 11 inches on Saturday.
Yeah.
But the flood waters, the level of flood waters recorded
that was historic.
Right, especially in More Tomorrow, that's where they have their floodwater station where they measure floodwater.
So that came down
that's
to
just outside
Belmopan.
of Belmopan.
Yeah.
Right. So what the hydrology unit recorded was over 11 meters, if I'm not mistaken. I believe meters is the measurement, but their measurement tool caps at 11. And it went above that.
So it wasn't even completely accurate, essentially, because of the amount of water that was recorded.
So it was above 11 because it caps at 11, and that's how they reported
Okay, so that's what I was trying to understand.
Yeah, so that's the historic nature of it. But the rainfall is historic in the sense that it's been over 20 years since they've seen that amount of rain, which is crazy. Listen, I had all intentions to go to Belmopan on Saturday. I had a family trip, we had a family visit, and we woke up in the morning and next thing I hear, the road closed.
Yeah.
And I made a post on social media saying, man, it's serious when an entire district could be blocked off from the rest of the country.
Oh, okay.
No, I said it in all seriousness. And
I thought you were referring to Belmopan.
No. Yes, no, not Belmopan.
Okay,
the Cayo district, right, being blocked off from Belize City, except if you go through the Hummingbird and the Coastal Road. But I said it more from a place as a commuter.
Got it.
Who had all intentions to travel. But it wasn't only me as a commuter. I had two relatives, two auntie that had flights at the Belize, at the airport, right? They had international flights. One missed her flight because you couldn't cross the bridge and get to Belize, to the other side to get to Ladyville, and the other had to make a quick detour and go all through Hummingbird and the Coastal Road, and was able to make it just in the nick of time. And I began to think about that travel plans, the travel plans I had that was frustrated. I began to think about commerce and people doing business, and how that was delayed, and how perhaps people are losing money because they simply can't cross a bridge to get to the other district, right? Or to get to the other side, Belmopan, Cayo, etc. And that was frustrating for me.
Sure.
And I understand the weather is out of our control, climate is out of our control. And so it was good to hear that the engineers at the Ministry of Development and Housing, they're already planning, and they were already preparing for this. They have foresight in terms of the issue right there at that bridge. So they're raising the bridge, right? So the plan is to raise the bridge, and the plan has been to raise the bridge higher than it is at this point, considering the nature of the flooding that usually affects that area. So it's unfortunate that...
Wow, look at that.
Right.
the currents.
It's unfortunate that before the construction was completed, in fact, while the construction is underway, this area was affected in this manner. Now those flood waters are coming up this side.
Yeah.
It's a natural progression. It takes place every time there's flooding up west. The water comes down, it flows through the Belize River, and my understanding is that some communities are already feeling the effects of flood waters coming into the Belize River Valley area. I specifically asked the hydrology unit yesterday about Crooked Tree, because we know when these flood waters come down, oftentimes Crooked Tree becomes an island and the causeway gets blocked off. But it was good to hear from the hydrology unit that they don't expect those levels of flooding like we saw in 2022 in Crooked Tree, where they had to use boats to transport people from
my concern.
Crooked Tree to, well, the mainland at that time, because Crooked Tree became an island.
I believe that this type of flooding, if it occurs, would be like riverine flooding, where the rivers overflow. I could tell you my commute from Borough-Boom, which is a part of the river valley, I already see that the river is raising. The water is brown when you're traveling along the Manatee Lookout area. I also see debris in the water. The river is brown as well. And so we're watching closely what's taking place in my side, and it also adds to what the hydrologist, Ms. Tennille Hendy, mentioned, that they are expecting the flood waters to reach the river valley, and it's moving quite quickly. So you should definitely check online. They are posting every day flood alerts and flood updates on that, and see if your area or your community, if they're experiencing potential flood waters.
Perhaps you could jump into KTV.
Yes, Paul, because it's KTV Tuesday, and I missed last week. I was catching a couple clips of it, but I know that this week is Caribbean Reggae Tuesday, and so people are excited about that. I know there are some favorites that they have already identified. I see my girl still there. You know, I'm not tell her who are the root for the Paul, but I think she are win. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that you guys have already voted for your favorite and also purchased your tickets. They're only $5, and you can come out and catch it with us at the Bliss at 8 p.m. this Tuesday.
So one of the things I appreciate is the level of viewership we have for KTV.
Yes, I watched it online on YouTube.
Thousands of viewers on both Facebook and YouTube. What I would want to do is I want to encourage some of those viewers, a percentage of those viewers, to think about buying tickets and attending the event live at the Bliss. The experience is unlike what you see on the screen, or experiencing it through a screen. It's really different. The vocals, they're much better, they're much smoother. The acoustics is a whole different vibe and a whole different level. And if you're really into voting, you really won't get a true taste and a true sense of the talent. Though we do a pretty good job at, you know, projecting that through our screens and through our audio and our microphones, etc., you really won't get that experience fully unless you visit the Bliss. And so we want to pack out the Bliss tonight. We want to pack out the Bliss moving forward. And so we want to encourage you all to purchase your tickets. You could come down to Greater Belize Media today to get tickets, and I think it's after 5 or after 5, then you go over to the Bliss and you get your tickets. It's only $5.
You can also get it at 88 Shopping Center.
You could also get it at 88 Shopping Center on the Boulevard. So exciting things ahead tonight. And before you go to KTV, if you really want to build up that excitement, just know that France and Spain they play today.
Not you throwing in a little gold cup.
In there, right?
So
World
is
Cup.
your team? Yeah, World. Well, you know I know to watch that much. But is your team still in?
Yeah, I root for the racist Argentina. Listen, I don't want to hear none of that. Argentina are my team.
Whatever,
and I root
Paul.
for them. And then they play tomorrow. But, you know, this one, France all the way today.
All right, big up you, big up you. Okay, so we got to close things off here. It's been a good conversation. Thank you guys so much for commenting, sharing your thoughts. Happy Tuesday to all the people commenting in the comment section. I see a commenter here who is speaking on the I actually lost the comment. Who is speaking on the screenshots as well, sharing his thoughts on that matter. But we do have to close things off and now jump into our weather update, brought to you by the folks from the National Met Service.
Excellent. And so this is our eye on the weather, courtesy our friends at the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Let's see what our weather will look like today. Today's forecast, it's going to be cloudy skies today with sunny breaks. Tonight's skies will be cloudy at times. Some outbreaks of showers and a few thunderstorms are expected to develop mostly south today and slightly decreasing tonight. And then tomorrow morning, shower activities will increase. Shower activity is expected to increase mainly over the south and along the coastal areas. And Chief Met spoke about that yesterday. Another tropical wave is going to be affecting Belize in today and in the coming days. Today's temperatures along the coast is going to be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and 81 on the lower end. Inland, we're looking at 93 degrees, folks, and 73 on the lower end. And then in the hills, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit and 68 on the lower end. Now for our extended forecast. Wednesday, tomorrow, hump day, 87 degrees along the coast. Inland, 91 degrees. Thursday, 87 degrees along the coast, 91 degrees. Friday, temperatures bump up a little bit along the coast, 81 degrees, and by 3 degrees, 94 degrees inland on Friday. And then on Saturday, weekend, 89 degrees and 94 inland. And now for our astronomical forecast. The sun rose this morning at 5:26 a.m. It's going to set at 6:30 p.m. and then the moon is going to set at 7:07 p.m. and then it's going to rise at 5:33 p.m. So look out for the sunset and the moonrise. Our marine condition, the sea state is moderate today. Sounds like it's a good time to be out on the sea. The winds is going to be blowing from east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots. Let's look at the tides. Today's high is at 9:19 a.m. and then today's low is at 4:52 p.m. Then we have another high at 10:58 p.m. That's later on tonight. And then tomorrow's low begins early at 3:47 a.m. And that does it for our eye on the weather this morning. I love the fact that I'm kind of matching with the sunrise and the temperature and the weather vibes. It's all intentional. Thanks to our friends at the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Sabrina, back to you.
All right, Paul, thanks so much for that. And we're going to move into our first conversation coming up. We'll take a quick break. And when we come back, it's all about the power of dance. We'll be talking about the Belizean vibe taking the stage.
Finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
The competition has officially begun. 12 incredible contestants took the stage on night one. but the journey continues. And for 2 contestants, it all comes to an end. Who will survive the first elimination and move one step closer to the KTV The Remix Season 8 title? Join us Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for another unforgettable night of music, entertainment, and excitement. Get your tickets today at the Greater Belize Media Office on Coney Drive or at 88 Shopping Center. Come cheer on your favorite contestant, be a part of the live audience, and witness the next chapter of the competition unfold. Don't miss KTV The Remix Season 8, only on GBM.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
Running a business means every dollar counts.
As a business owner, you face different challenges every day. You need cash flow on hand as soon as you can.
With Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled by 4 p.m. are credited the very same night.
The same-day settlement will definitely make a difference for my business because I know I have money in the bank so I can pay my suppliers, my staff, etc.
Faster access to your funds, better cash flow, greater control. And with auto settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
When a child is asked to marry or live like an adult in an intimate relationship before turning 18, this is called child marriage or early union. Belize law states that no one under the age of 18 can get married. Even with the alleged consent of parents, it is illegal.
To learn more, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy 8. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
So it started off like any other summer day in Belize. I decided to go down to Builders Hardware since I heard they had 25% off on summer outdoor products. I got a couple of items, a chair, a grill, a cooler, and I got carried away, but the prices were so good. But anyways, I might have gotten comfortable, maybe too comfortable. Then I saw the news, man, the hurricane season was not playing with me. But thank God, builders also had 25% off hurricane preparedness items as well. Flashlights, batteries, sealant, first aid kits, everything I need. And guess what? My grill survived.
He skipped nights out, said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle, all for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Welcome back. We are moving into our first conversation this morning, and as we mentioned before the break, it's all about the power of dance. We are joined by Dee Collins Music. She is joining us virtually, and she is here to talk about a Belizean vibe taking the stage. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a pleasure having you here with us, Dee Collins Music, and I know that is your stage name, and so we will continue addressing you in that way, but perhaps we can get a quick overview of who you are as an artist and what you are bringing to the stage.
Okay, so me as an artist, again, thank you for having me, Dee Collins Music. I'm an artist who create music to inspire, to motivate, because I know that we all go through things in our life. We all face challenges. We all went through some type of trauma, like myself. And so I create these music to inspire people that no matter where you've been, what you're going through, you still have the music that could uplift you and to try to like a vehicle, like to dance and just laugh and just to celebrate. And because sometimes when we're going through it, we tend to forget about that.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Did we get that right? You're a therapist as well?
Yes, I am. I'm a therapist as well.
And an author.
And an author, yes.
All right, so
I was on your show actually a couple of years ago. It Lost Between Two Worlds. I was in a coma for 3 months.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have a book on trauma. It's a new book, Unmuted, where people and myself, this is how I have my voice. So I want other people also to know that they could have a voice as well, no matter what they've been through.
all right, so there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
Therapist, author, musician. You've clearly faced a great deal of challenges and a great deal of overcoming in your life. I want to unpack your music though, first and foremost. I believe that's a part of what we're here to discuss. Talk a bit about what you write and where this journey in music is taking you.
Okay, so the music that I write is actually, let me just start. It started with, well, start when I was younger. I started doing music. My dad was a pastor, so I started in the church. And later on, in my teenage years, I worked at a radio station in Belize, in Ladyville. It was the first Christian radio station. And then later in my years, maybe a couple years ago, my husband, who is also an artist, preacher man, M-A-N-E, he actually called me in the booth to, be on one of his songs. And I'm like, man, I don't want to hear my voice on no song. So I went in there, I did my thing, and it sounded good. I was like, that's me. And a year later, my sister passed away from cancer. That was last year. And I took care of her until, up to the second that she drew her last breath. And she was my best friend. And it really was so hard for me going through the grieving process. So I remembered what, how it felt in the studio with my husband. And I told him, you know what, I'm gonna start going to the studio. I want to create, I want to take out, like, how my emotions. I want to express it and be creative in this way because it's not only me grieving. So anything I go through, I want to be able to help someone relate to them because I know it's not only me going through grief or me facing challenges or went through trauma in the past. So every week, ever since, that's the way that I do my therapeutic healing. And so I'm still here every week. I keep going, create. And I blessed a lot of people, inspired a lot of people. So I just keep going.
I think that's such a beautiful thing to be able to share your personal journey and even some of the challenges that you have overcome or maybe even are currently dealing with the world. It takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of vulnerability, and a lot of times artists do that through their work, but you have been able to do that in various facets. You speak about also being a therapist, and I'd like to perhaps touch on that a little bit. And your ability to connect with people in these various ways.
Yes, so right now I work with people who are grieving. I work with victims and perpetrators. And one of the things that I said I would never do was because I was a victim myself. When I was 12, I was actually raped and got pregnant by that rape and had forced into abortion and all of these things. And I said I never want to work with no perpetrators or anyone like that. And this year, after my sister passed away, a year later, I started working, and I got the job, and I didn't ask them for the first time what type of group am I going to be working with, and they told me they're all perpetrators, and wow. I had my heart was racing so fast, but I started to do it anyway. Although I was uncomfortable, but come to find out, I really find fulfillment that, you know what? It's not only the victims that need help. The perpetrators need help too. Because if I am there to empower them and let them know, listen, your past don't define your future, that you still have hope no matter what. Don't let anybody label you because of the mistakes that you made. We all in this world made mistakes. It's just on different level, but it's still a mistake. It's still here. And it really brings me fulfillment to let me know that I could be able to empower this group of people and to be able to help them so they don't go and hurt other people to make them victims. Yeah. So it's like, man, I really appreciate this position. Like, it opens my eye to and encourage people, like, don't judge everybody. You don't know their story. Yeah, you don't pain, Yeah. You don't know what bringing and what they had to face, and they might not have the skills to be able to cope with the things or to manage it throughout the day, so they make the wrong choices, but that don't make them a bad person.
Yeah, that's so deep, because it also sounds like in the process, you yourself, you are experiencing some level of growth and healing. And I think that's incredible. It's like mutual healing in that sort of interaction. We were listening to a song of yours earlier. It had like a reggae, Caribbean vibes. I don't know if you were hearing it, but can you tell us a bit about that song and what that song is about? I think it says Chosen.
Chosen. So
yes, tell me.
Because of the things that happened to me throughout my life, it started with my grandfather molesting me at the age of a very young age, like around 6, 7, and for years it went on, and I couldn't speak to anyone about this. And I talked about what happened with me when I was 12 years old, and I was told not to ever talk about it by my parents, not even to my brother, my sister. And I felt trapped within myself because I couldn't talk to my parents, I couldn't talk to anyone. And so I start cutting myself. I start, developing these mindset like, I'm not chosen to be here. I just want to take myself out. I just felt hopeless. I felt like every time I turn, I'm getting hurt by the people that are supposed to protect me and support me and love me. And I actually planned how I was going to take my own life. And so I really didn't feel like I was chosen to ever be here. I didn't understand why I'm here. I didn't know my purpose, my identity. And so, and even like, I knew about God, but I just didn't want to have a relationship with him, because when I cried out to him for many years of being, hurt and going through these things, I didn't see him move the way I wanted to when I was crying out to him. So Chosen is it's a song for everyone, to let them know that you are chosen, you are blessed, you are highly favored. It's not about the things that you have, it's about what's already inside of you that is buried because of the things that happen to us. And the more that we keep blaming ourselves, the more that we keep throwing dirt on ourselves, throwing dirt on it, and it buries all of those good things, the talents, the gifts, the abilities, the purpose. We are all here to achieve something. And chosen is for everyone, to let them know that you are chosen no matter what you've been through, no matter what you are going through, or no matter what you'll face.
I think what's interesting here is I was actually listening to a message before coming on the show earlier this morning while getting ready. And what the speaker was saying essentially is that your identity determines or influences your production or influences your output. What's your thought on identity and how it influences your behavior as an individual, and how do you identify yourself now?
Okay, so I actually identify myself as a child of God, because I believe that I wasn't just put here just to be used. I'm here for other people. I'm not here for myself. And so when we put aside ourselves and we more lean on the purpose, the thing that our hearts desire, or the things that we love, that we enjoy, we could use it and be able to uplift other people, so.
Yes. I also want to talk about some of your latest projects. We were able to hear a brief clip of your song Chosen, but beyond that, we understand that you are putting your work out there even more, taking the stage. Tell me a bit about some of the latest opportunities that you've had.
Okay, so we've done a concert in Louisiana. I've performed in Belize before. In LA, I was on KJLH radio station here in Los Angeles. We had like different opportunities to go to nonprofit organizations, and I performed for them, talking about self-care, because I also have another song. It's called Already In Me.
Nice.
We already have, it's already inside of us. And so, I have numerous opportunities. I just did an interview with someone from New York. And so, so I'm trying to put it out there so other people like could bless. Like, I'm looking into promoters and DJs and so I appreciate you all so much. Like, this is amazing right here.
Of course. Does all your music like have that Caribbean influence in terms of its song?
Yes. I have to big up Belize.
Correct.
Correct.
You have to put on the punta.
Belizean vibe. Oh my God.
Yeah, put on the punta in there, punta a drumming sound. Do you?
You know what? I try to come in nice and calm first. Like when DJ play the music, how they come in with the reggae slow first.
Yeah.
And soca, I love it because it brings Caribbean, history, culture, everything represents.
And I have to say, I love the presentation in terms of your look. You're giving superstar energy, and I really like that. So I have to commend you for your look. Do you also like bust a move on the stage, do dancing, anything like that?
Oh yeah, yes. I have to do that, especially this soca. So listen, I was almost 300 pounds at once in my life, and soca is the music that I use to lose all the weight. So
wow,
nice.
I'm gonna start a exercising class with my soca. I have an album that I'm working on that I want to come out in the fall. So yeah,
Yeah.
So,
How can people?
Huh?
Sorry. How can people find out more about you and your music and listen to Chosen? And the next one, it says, already Iname.
No, Belizean Vibe. Belizean Vibe is the first single.
First single.
Yes, first.
No, you mentioned the title, the last title, something Iname.
Already Iname.
Already Iname. How can people find out more or find your music?
They could follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, but YouTube is where I drop all my videos, all my promos first, and so yeah, D Collins Music with a K.
We can't
Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Pandora. It's on all streaming platforms.
We can't have you leave without singing a snippet of one of your songs for us. Perhaps already Iname.
Okay.
Yeah, I put you on the spot.
Okay, Belizean Vibe.
All right, go ahead.
It's a Belizean vibe. You better believe it. Unbelievable, Los Angeles. From the Keys to the Reef, it's a paradise today. Come and see Belize, lo que dices. Woo!
All right, well,
Sounds nice.
You have it.
So that's my new single right there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, D Collins Music. You have an extraordinary story. I appreciate how much you've been able to use your work as an artist, as a therapist, to share your personal testimony and also perhaps even provide or help people get on their own healing journey as well.
Yes, and I appreciate y'all so much for having me.
Alrighty. Well, we wish you all the best. And we have to take a quick break now, Paul. But don't go anywhere, guys. When we come back, we have more for you. We'll be jumping into the upcoming Expo Belize Marketplace, where business meets opportunity.
The competition has officially begun. 12 incredible contestants took the stage on night 1, but the journey continues. And for 2 contestants, it all comes to an end. Who will survive the first elimination and move one step closer to the KTV The Remix Season 8 title? Join us Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for another unforgettable night of music, entertainment, and excitement. Get your tickets today at the Greater Belize Media Office on Coney Drive or at 88 Shopping Center. Come cheer on your favorite contestant, be a part of the live audience, and witness the next chapter of the competition unfold. Don't miss KTV The Remix Season 8, only on GBM.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican, Caribbean, the vacation capital.
He skipped nights out, said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle, all for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Ever had your card declined? Now it doesn't have to be. Introducing partial authorization. If the card doesn't cover the full amount, it notifies you what's available. You can accept the partial payment and pay the missing balance with a credit card or cash. No decline. Get what you came for. Partial authorization now available. Belize Bank, our country, your bank.
Electricity is an essential part of our daily lives. We use lights and household appliances every day. Therefore, we must ensure our homes are wired properly. At Benny's, we have certified wires with the right gauges and insulation. BEL certified meter sockets, authentic GE and Square D panel boxes and breakers, which protect the wires inside your home from being overloaded. When wiring your home, avoid imitation brands which can be very dangerous. Give yourself and your family peace of mind using genuine electrical products available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. This is our second conversation for this morning. It's all about Expo Belize Marketplace 2026. And we have joining us on-set Marketing and Public Relations Manager at BCCI, Mr. Andrew Usher.
Good morning.
The Marketing Manager over at Cellular World, Mr. Fernando Santos. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
It's a pleasure having both of you gentlemen. So, Expo Belize Marketplace 2026, Mr. Usher. Tell us about it.
I'm so, ecstatic. It might not necessarily show it as much.
But definitely morning, man.
Yeah, but definitely ecstatic to be talking about the event. It's actually our 30th edition of the event, the
Wow.
Big
30.
So, yes, so it's 30 years of Expo. For most people, they might not know that it started off being called the Festival Grand Market, and it became the Expo Belize Marketplace. So it's been 30 years of business, 30 years of giving back to the community, and partnering with businesses to do that. And this year we're of course trying to make it bigger and better than recent memory. I think just in terms of attendance, our peak was once at 19,000. We're not necessarily looking to get to that 19 again, but we're looking to get it up there. And the way that we plan to do that this year is by ensuring that everything is bigger. So we're looking to get larger gate prizes. We're looking to get a wider range of exhibitors this year at the event. And we're looking to partner with like-minded businesses and individuals who want to really ensure that this year people have value for their money. So when you're coming out, you can experience something that you probably didn't experience at Expo in recent memory. So that's what we're looking forward to this year.
30 years is a long time. This expo has been around before you were at BCCI, and of course we are hoping that it will go even beyond 30 years. I imagine there has been so many businesses that have also benefited from this initiative. Of course, we have Cellular World here, one of those participating businesses. But before we get to them, I want to talk about the evolution of this exposition. We know that you guys have had to move from several different locations because of the growing number of businesses participating and even participants, people wanting to come and visit. I'll tell you, I remember the IT Vet compound. I know before that it was at the St. John's compound. But I remember when people go there for their TPs, the toilet peppers. And now it's much more than that. We're going to the Civic Center, and the businesses have grown as well. Talk about that evolution.
Yeah, so I think even for me, because I went to SJC myself, so I remember going to the Expo when it was at SJC. I remember when it transitioned to the IT Vet as well. And at SJC, I think it started off with about 66 booths. It's grown since then consistently to the point where we've, at least in the past 4 to 5 years, we've had over 100 to over 130 exhibitors being out there, and almost 190 booths itself. So it has expanded exponentially over that time, and I feel like when people come out, they come out for various reasons. They come out for food, entertainment, drinks, but primarily for the business end of it. So the retail side, the wholesale side, they're coming out and learning more about the businesses, learning about the products that they have on sale, even learning how to maybe make some of the products itself. And that's one of the type of immersion experiences that we want people to have this year that might have kind of dissipated over the years. So if you're coming out and maybe, let's say, somebody is selling, for example, they might be selling canned goods, right? What can I make with the canned goods? That's what we want people to come out and experience this year. So it's not only about selling, it's about giving people that experience that they want to remember back again. We're kind of hoping to push the exhibitors this year to be a little bit more creative. One part of that is even, we're going to have, because we do have our best booth competition every year, we're looking to have a best marketer part of that as well. So that's another award that an exhibitor can win for simply putting themselves out there more, because it's an event that, yes, the BCCI puts it together, but ultimately it's the exhibitors who make it, and we really want them to be able to highlight themselves a bit more this year because it's the 30th anniversary, and we're looking at larger gate prizes as well. So we have amazing gate prizes that have been committed to us, including overnight stays, travel packages, health packages. And the expo isn't just about necessarily food and drinks, because we do have a large portion of the community that may come out specifically for the afternoon time when there's food, drinks, and entertainment. But like I mentioned before, the retail and wholesale side, so you have the educational institutions coming out, you have the financial institutions coming out. You can learn more about loans, you can learn more about education. The micro vendors are coming out. The Marion Jones presently is going through some renovations, so we don't necessarily have access to the entire stadium, but we have a section now where we're going to be placing the micro vendors, so you can meet them all in one place. And these people come out and they really are hoping to turn a profit, and that might not necessarily be the case. But if you're bringing in thousands of people to the event, you're basically committing to say, what, you at least would have a couple hundred to thousand or thousands of people that might stop by your booth, and it's an opportunity for you to sell yourself. And so over the years, the event has become so big that we've done our very best to kind of accommodate everyone, and presently the Marion Jones allows us to do that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about attending the Expo, being able to meet businesses and owners that I've followed, that I'm following, that I've never gotten to meet before. One of the times I went, I met the owners of one of the Guayabera production people from up north. I'd always followed them on social media, and to actually meet them in person, I fell in love with their business even more. And I think that's something else you all could push, the fact that you get to meet these people, like just connect. I think just the connection, the business to customer connection, and I know that is one of the things that Cellular World prioritizes, meeting your customers where they are. Talk a bit, Mr. Santos, about what's the anticipation building up to this year's Expo.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward, and we're always glad to partner with the BCCI to make the event happen every year. And what we're looking always is reaching out to people, being present where people are, because when it comes to technology, it's important to be at the moment people need it, bringing the technology that makes lives easier and making them accessible. So a lot of times what people used to struggle with is having the right technology because it hasn't come in the shipment, it's nowhere to be found in Belize. So accessibility is really important for us, and what we're bringing is always partnering with brands so that we can make sure we always have all the variety that people want, then the best prices out there to make them really accessible, and as well to bring the experience of having the best technology, because then you're investing into your new phone, into a new laptop, into all sorts of technology, and you want to make sure that it's also supported by the best warranty. And we work alongside with businesses here with our brands to ensure that the experience of purchasing your technology goes beyond just the exchange in the counter.
Right.
That you get a whole encompassing experience to make sure you're getting it in the right place.
So what will you all have on display? I know it's some times ahead, but are you already thinking about how your set will be designed, etc.?
Oh yeah, no, we love partnering with BCCI because we get a really nice booth out there, and we always like being some of the first places that you see.
Central location.
Exactly, you come right into the compound and you see us, and every year we're trying to expand our portfolio of products, so it's no longer just about finding the cheap phones, because we have top premium products. We have smartphones, definitely, and that's something that we always make sure that we have excellent promotions just for those days, so people are encouraged to come and visit us. But now we also have tablets, smart accessories. We're bringing in promotions on speakers, office technology. TVs is a very big part right now, because everybody wants to have good entertainment in their home, and we're bringing all of that and giving people the experience to let them try it out before they buy it and say, this is the product that I want.
I'll never forget that Cellular World is no longer in my mind just a cell phone store, especially after having you guys here last Christmas or around December, where there were appliances, we're talking washers, dryers, and that's just, important for people to know that Cellular World is much more than just a cell phone device store. I want to talk really quickly about the task that BCCI has with trying to ensure that every business has proper visibility. We're talking about over 100 booths, and Cellular World is excited to mention that they are, one of the first ones that you'll see. But with over 100, people could easily be overlooked. How do you go about making sure that every business has an opportunity to get proper visibility?
We typically try to ensure that we put out the map as early as possible. So the map basically highlights the exhibitors list that we have and where you can find them. Usually we do two large versions at the event, so that when you're walking in, similar to if you go to a mall in the US or in Mexico or anywhere nearby, you can kind of pinpoint, basically looking at the map and looking at where the names are, where they're situated. So that's what we normally do. This year the map has been kind of tweaked a bit, again, because of the renovations at the Marion Jones. So it will look a bit different than last year, to those who remember it. But for us, we're really, really working on getting our booking platform available for this week, if not early next week. But people can still contact us to basically kind of pre-reserve if they're interested or show their interest. And they can do that in several different ways. So if they want to reach out to us, they can contact us at 614-3138. 223-5330, or they can send us an email to bcci@belize.org, or they can come to our office right here on Coney Drive at the Whitfield Tower to do so. But in terms of getting people out there, we highlight people every week leading up to the event. So that's one of the, we ask people to submit their flyers, to submit their videos, their reels, their short stories, images, send them to us, we get them out, we post them to our social media pages, we share them with our media partners. We try to ensure that they get as much visibility as possible. We do the media rounds, we ensure that we even take them on the shows. And kudos to our sponsors. Cellular World has been a gracious sponsor over the years of our wristbands and of the event. And all our other sponsors who make the event possible. Without them, we wouldn't be able to reach the levels that we have over the years. And so for this year, definitely we want to ensure that the exhibitors are again as visible as possible. So we're kind of starting a bit earlier than normal, at least in terms of our space, to ensure that people get the knowledge of what is expected of them. We're going to have more exhibitors meetings to be able to kind of explain what our expectations are, since it's the 30th anniversary, and even to maybe do 30 specials basically. So whether it's, and I'm not necessarily giving Fernando ideas here, but whether it's to give the 30th customer a prize, or maybe give a 30% discount or something to deal with 30, that's what we're looking at for all the exhibitors this year. And it's not necessarily a must. So of course you do what you can, because we understand, you know, being a micro business or a small business or a medium business isn't an easy task. It's not an easy undertaking here in Belize. But we do have amazing MSMEs across the country that have committed to being a part of this event every year. And so we want to ensure that they also have the best experience possible. Whether there's rain, whether there's sun, we're trying our best to ensure. We have this campaign that we're going to do, where it's basically we listen to you, and this is what we're doing. Because one of the things that we know, typically, because we're a part of the September celebrations calendar, we know it typically rains in September. So we're trying to ensure that we prepare the grounds from this point leading up to the event to make sure that the rains don't necessarily impact the event the way it has in previous years. So we're doing a lot of things and trying to ensure that we've listened to the people and we show them what has been taking place to let them have a great event.
One of the things I appreciate about the layout is the fact that you're able to walk around and pretty much explore the entire grounds. So when it comes to visibility, for me, I don't care where you are, I will find you, right? Because I'm the type of person, I go out there to walk around and I go out there to look at everybody's booth, and if I find a good deal at a booth I like, I'll probably make a purchase. So that's usually my approach to it. I'm usually not there for the entertainment. The food, yes, but when it comes to visibility, I walk around. For me, that's a part of the joy, right? It's like you go to the mall, like you said.
We do have it segmented too on the map. So there, you know, the map is segmented in colors. So you can see where the commercial area is, where the food and entertainment is, where the micro area is. And again, since there's renovations happening, the back area where the micro vendors used to be is completely empty. So you kind of have less walking time now, because it's more like a half moon. So you're going from one curve of the field to the other curve, basically.
Yeah, so you could spend a great deal of time exploring. And that's a part of the excitement out there.
But you also mentioned something, as a part of the excitement, there are people who go there for the commerce, but there are also people who go there for the entertainment. How is BCCI ensuring that there's a level of entertainment in the celebration of 30 years? You know,
we've been brainstorming for the past couple of weeks, and yes, we do have. I'm not gonna tease it as yet.
Don't give too much away.
Yeah, but we do have our headliner for Sunday. We're working on our headliner for Saturday. We do have our primary band that we typically get, but we also want the stages, because we do have two stages. So we have one in the primary entertainment area, and then we have one on the opposite side. But for the primary entertainment area, we're looking to have it a bit more inclusive, and what I mean by that is that we want to have things that we haven't done before. So we're looking at competitions.
Oh, nice.
Whether it's, you know, maybe like a song competition, maybe whether it's, you know, a hot wings eating competition, more activities on the stage that will bring people to that area.
I like that.
And even, you know, having an agenda, that's something that we're looking at, so that we can put that out. It's not something that we've necessarily done before, but it's so that when people are looking, all right, when should I come to the expo? You can kind of look at the agenda and be like, oh, well, I want to be there specifically between 2 and 4 because they're having this event. So we're looking at more creative ways of getting people to the event. And, you know, no idea is a wrong idea. We're always exploring new things. And if our members want to reach out to us and, you know, share some ideas with us, we welcome that as well.
Now back to you, Mr. Santos. Mr. Usher hinted at, you know, nodding you to perhaps give us some deals on this day. But are you already thinking about deals and promotions for that day for customers?
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, as we mentioned earlier, on everything that's TVs, cell phones, some of our main categories that we're always bringing out. We want to make sure that people know that coming to the expo itself is an event worthwhile for their pocket, because there's expenses that we can't go away from. You know, getting a laptop for the kids, renovating office equipment, our chairs, our desks, and what we are featuring in our booth, it's always going to be having a very good deal for that day. So we are definitely looking forward to having great promotions on our cell phones, on tablets, on speakers, and on our office equipment.
What is hot in tech right now?
Well, getting a new TV. That's very hot right now because we are getting a new line of TVs with Samsung. So that means more features, more connectivity, and then as well, you pair it with a new tablet, with a new phone, with a smart fridge, a smart washer, a smart microwave, a smart range, and the whole house becomes a smart home.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So Cellular World is really keeping up with the AI movement.
That's right. Exactly. You don't have to go far away from the country to get the latest technology. You can get it right here in Belize and become at the forefront of what's technology available in the world.
I know we're having this conversation early. You mentioned that the expo is normally in September, but is it too late for some of the businesses to still hop on board and be a part of the expo?
So I haven't mentioned it before, but of course the event is on September 12th and 13th of September, which is the Saturday and Sunday. The event runs at a different time. We're learning, we're listening. So it goes from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. now. Previously it was from 8 to 6. Now it's 10 to 7. So we're going into the nighttime.
Like that.
There might be some surprises there, the fact that it's going into nighttime. You
Night
never know.
market?
But you know, these are the things that we're working on. The cost to get in is 5 for kids and 7 for adults. The price has gone up. But to be fair though, the price hasn't gone up in about 15 years if I'm not mistaken.
And honestly, that's still not that bad.
So I mean, it wasn't a hindrance last year, but definitely it is something that I think people are looking forward to during this time. And of course, there's great opportunities for people to still come on board. Like I said, we haven't necessarily launched the platform as yet. People have been able to pre-book as sponsors, or if they've participated in previous events like Made in Belize, then they've been able to pre-book with us. Once the platform is live, people will be able to kind of book by themselves without necessarily having to work through us. So they can just click on the link, do their reservations, and then we reach out to them. But it's a simple process, and we work along with you to get the best space that's available at the time, because spaces do sell out, well, the prime spaces, which is the central area, does tend to sell out pretty fast. So if people are interested, they definitely are encouraged to reach out to us or follow our social media pages. So we have both Facebook and Instagram, and we also on TikTok now. So we post regularly about what's coming up and what to expect. So you can always reach out to us there. Or again, come to us on Coney Drive at the Whitfield Tower. We're here to have a conversation. We're here to work with you. The prices are affordable. They're not necessarily priced in a way that will kind of have you out, but definitely we want to ensure that people come out this year, have that expo experience that people remembered once before, where it was really a great experience to come out and experience business. I just want to kind of just shed a little bit of light on Cellular World, just to say that I love their Motorola line. If you have kids, they have watches, earbuds, and phones right now. The Motorola line, definitely check them out. If you have kids, it's great for them. They can appreciate it.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, gentlemen, it sounds like there is an opportunity for businesses to take advantage of promoting themselves, and also people, you can look forward to some big activities and great opportunities to stretch your dollar, learn about new businesses and their stories, and meet people as well come September. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Happy 30th. Wow, that's big.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we are going to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. Our next conversation is from Belize to Orlando, Kalani's pageant journey. Oh.
competition has officially begun. 12 incredible contestants took the stage on night 1, but the journey continues. And for 2 contestants, it all comes to an end. Who will survive the first elimination and move one step closer to the KTV The Remix Season 8 title? Join us Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for another unforgettable night of music, entertainment, and excitement. Get your tickets today at the Greater Belize Media Office on Coney Drive or at 88 Shopping Center. Come cheer on your favorite contestant, be a part of the live audience, and witness the next chapter of the competition unfold. Don't miss KTV The Remix Season 8, only on GBM.
He skipped nights out, said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle, all for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
He skipped nights out, said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle, all for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
When your baby feels comfortable, you feel confident. Because every little moment deserves protection you can trust. Kushkin's diapers are designed with ultra-absorbent layers that lock in leaks while staying soft, dry, and gentle on delicate skin. So your baby can play freely and you can enjoy every smile without worry. Kushkin's diapers, comfort they feel, protection you trust. Kushkin's diapers and wipes are available countrywide at a supermarket near you.
Maria's was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
The next station is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
The biggest biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarterfinal winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back. This is our final conversation, but certainly not the least. Now, I have to tell you guys before we even start, we have a star in our midst here, Paul. We want to introduce you guys to Kalani Hoyt. She is a Belize Junior Miss representing the World Imperial Beauty Organization. She comes all the way from Miami, Florida, and she's here with her mom as well. I'll have her introduce herself, but they are here to talk about Kalani's latest pageant journey and also sharing a little bit about herself. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Now I want to quickly head on over to Kalani's mom and have you introduce yourself as well and talk a bit about having Kalani here with us on set and the purpose of introducing her to Belize by extension and her representation for this pageant.
Okay, my name is Stacy, and we are actually visiting right now because we wanted to give back to the community of Belize. Kalani's in a pageant, and it's actually going to be in Orlando in about a week and a half, or actually July 22nd is when it actually starts. And so we're very excited for her journey. A big part of the pageant was community service. So our big choice was to give back to where we're from, you know.
Where are you guys from originally in Belize?
Cayo. I'm originally from Cayo, San Ignacio, so that's kind of where our target was. And so she just kind of fallen right into it. Obviously, she was born in the States, but a big part of me is home, and she's been coming to Belize every summer since she's been born. So it's a big part of who she is. And she's the very first to represent Belize in this pageant. It's an international pageant, and they haven't had anybody from Belize to be a part of it.
So it's
before.
World Imperial Beauties.
Yes.
All right, let's get to Kalani.
All right, Kalani, let's get you in the conversation. You are one of the delegates representing Belize. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You're 8 years old, but what got you inspired to want to be in this pageant?
I'm not really sure because I don't know what the word inspire means.
Okay, so why did you want to be in this pageant?
Because I want to see who wins, and I really want to see who, like,
competes.
I want to see who wins, and I want to wear beautiful dresses like the other girls. And I don't really care if I win or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying.
I love the honesty.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you that first stop. She said, I want to wear pretty dresses. And honestly, me too, girl. I like pretty dresses too. But tell me a bit about what you like about pageants in general. Is this your first pageant you were a part of?
Yeah, I did when I was a baby, but it wasn't really like this one.
Okay, so what makes this one different, you think?
What makes it different is because I'm doing this myself, like I'm going on stage myself, and I'm getting older to do all these things myself. So then, because the last pageant I was in, when I was a baby, my mom came with me, and it was much easier.
Yeah.
And I want a trophy.
Oh no,
but I don't have it.
Yeah, that's fine. And I understand you went up on stage yourself this past weekend and you spoke to a large crowd. How was that?
That was amazing. Like they gave us a lot of money for donations.
for donation. So this was an event in the city of Miramar, right? It was Belize Day.
Yeah.
What did you say to the crowd? What were you telling them?
I was telling them my speech.
Yes. So you have a speech.
Yes.
What is the speech about?
The speech is about giving donations to people who really need it, like the less fortunate.
What do you think about helping the less fortunate?
I think if I help the less fortunate, I will be blessed by God.
Wow. Why is it important to help people?
So they can live a great life.
Yeah. So can you tell us that speech right now?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and
Let's hear it.
what did you tell them? Tell us exactly what you told them.
My goal is to serve others and inspire children everywhere to give back with love and compassion. I am Kalani, and over the summer I had the opportunity to give back to the community of Belize with the help of my family, friends, and supporters. I raise money and donations to create hygiene baskets of groceries and packages for the families who struggle to get everyday essentials. Seeing the smiles on their faces taught me that the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference. I believe that no one is too young to make a positive impact. By helping others, we can bring hope, spread love, and make a community stronger. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Take my money. Take my money.
Yeah, you can take all of our money. Now,
beautiful.
one of the things that really stands out about you, Kalani, is how confident you are. You speak so confidently. I want to ask your mom, Stacy, is this something that you taught her, or was she always this confident?
I feel like it has always been natural for her. She's always liked being the center of attention and being the one out there. Of course, it took a little practice, but for the most part, it's basically all her. She's very like, I want to get it right, and I want to get it right first. So she's very competitive, even with herself, just within herself. So she's a very strong-willed girl, and she just wants to get it done. Like she doesn't really care too much about the results, but she wants to always make it right.
Wow. What do you like to do for fun, Kalani, when you're not wearing the crown and the sash? What do you enjoy
I like
doing?
to play with my siblings. I like to have fun with them.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 sisters, 1 brother.
Where are you? Are you the youngest? Are you the oldest?
I'm almost the oldest.
You're in the middle? Almost the oldest.
Yeah, middle.
Okay, you're in the middle. So you like to play, you like to have fun with them. What are some of your favorite games and activities?
My favorite games are like playing outside with pets, and it's like having outdoor activities and like everything outdoors.
You have pets?
I used to, but I lost mine.
Oh, that's sad.
But I'm soon gonna get a dog.
You're soon gonna get a dog. Did you tell your mom that, or you're announcing that now? Do you have a discussion with your mom before that you'll get a pet?
No, my dad's getting me a...
Oh, your dad, you're just going past mom. Dad is getting you a pet.
Yeah, because my mom never wants a pet at her house.
Your mom is like my mom. They don't like pets, but who cares, right? If we want a pet.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the trips that you've been making to Belize. You also mentioned in your speech that last summer you gave back to people who were in need here in Belize.
I didn't do it last summer. I'm saying last summer because I'm doing it this summer.
Oh, okay. So you're raising funds to do that.
We're actually going today. We're going to San Ignacio. We have the truckload full with everything. We came in yesterday, and so we have all our donations.
And some
everything.
of those are like hygiene products and
Yeah.
whatnot. You also mentioned why it's important for you. How do you feel about doing something like this? And you're so young.
I feel happy, and I feel a little bit nervous.
Why are you nervous about it?
Because I'm going to meet new people that are the less fortunate, but I'm happy that I'm doing this.
So how is it going to work? What are you going to do? You're going to meet people? How are you going to give them out?
I'm not sure yet because it's my first time doing it.
What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to tell them that I'm going to ask them if they're less fortunate, but if they say yes, I'm going to say I have some stuff for you so you can have a better life.
What's in the package? Do you know?
A little bit. I have like toothbrushes, toothpaste, some cereal, floss, and other kinds of food.
So Mom, how is it going to work?
So what we did was I kind of teamed up with my sister at kind of her local church in like San Ignacio. And what she did was our target goal was 30 families. We wanted to be able to give 30 families hygiene products and groceries. And so she pretty much, because of, I guess, the locations of where people are going to be at, some of them, because what we first wanted to do was set up shop and have people come to us and then kind of just distribute it that way. But she thought it was a better idea if we just went to their homes.
Correct.
Because some people might not be able to just get a taxi or afford to do that kind of stuff. So we kind of just got addresses, and we're actually going to be going to their homes to give them out.
So that's one layer of the pageant itself, giving back and having a platform of service. Beyond this activity, though, is there an actual pageant date that we can look forward to?
So the pageant date is July 22nd, which is pretty much like a week away from now. And so it's a week long. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida. And so it's literally like the big time pageant where there is girls coming from all over. They're coming from the Bahamas. They're coming from Jamaica, Cayman Islands, you know, even as far as South Africa, because it's an international pageant. And so the girls are going to get the opportunity to represent their countries, get to be on stage, get to speak. And so she's definitely looking forward to all of that, and doing culture wear as well. So for our culture wear, we're doing a Garifuna outfit that was actually made by a local designer here. So we're excited to incorporate everything that she's done.
Well, with the actual pageant date coming up very soon, how do you feel? Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I'm very excited.
What do you think what are you looking forward to the most about the pageant day?
I wanna see who wins in the pageant. I wanna wear my dresses. I wanna meet new friends. And I don't really care if I win.
Have you tried on the Garifuna dress yet? You got it as yet?
Yes.
Yeah, we tried it on.
You tried it on?
Yeah.
She was even doing a little punta too.
No way. Ooh, okay. So how do you feel about the dress? What do you think about it?
I think it's a little bit tight. I think it needs to be a little bit more loose.
Okay, so you work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mommy could work on that. But do you like how it looks, like the colors?
Yeah, I love how it looks.
What's the color of it?
It's white, yellow, and black.
Okay, all right, standard colors.
And now you just have to play some Garifuna music, right, while you're on stage.
Correct.
And while you're in Belize, maybe you learn a little bit more how to work it, right? I love that.
What do you hope that people will remember about you, you Kalani, from this pageant?
I hope they will remember me as being very nice. And I hope they remember me as a friend.
Yeah, and that's super important. Do you go to school as well?
Yeah, but I finished it already.
You finished
summer break.
Oh, you're in summer break. What class are you in?
Second.
Okay.
I'm going to third.
Third grade.
And I don't always ask kids this, but are you already thinking about what you want to become when you grow up?
I'm not sure. I have like a lot of things.
You have a lot of things in mind?
You want to tell them a couple that you've been wanting to do?
Sure, I want to be a dentist, police. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a swim teacher. I want to be a regular teacher. I want to be a tennis teacher.
Those are all amazing options, though. I think whichever one you land, you'll do a great job at it.
Yeah. Well, Kalani, Miss Stacy, thank you so much for joining us, sharing this beautiful journey that your daughter is on, that Kalani, you are on. I hope that you make a lot of friends at your pageant on the 22nd, but I hope you also feel a sense of reward when you go and you give out these items that you brought from your home. We wish you all the best. We hope you win, and if you don't win, we hope you have a lot of fun.
Yes.
All right. We are going to take a quick break now, and when we come back, we wrap things up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Competition has officially begun. 12 incredible contestants took the stage on night 1, but the journey continues. And for 2 contestants, it all comes to an end. Who will survive the first elimination and move one step closer to the KTV The Remix Season 8 title? Join us Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for another unforgettable night of music, entertainment, and excitement. Get your tickets today at the Greater Belize Media Office on Coney Drive or at 88 Shopping Center. Come cheer on your favorite contestant, be a part of the live audience, and witness the next chapter of the competition unfold. Don't miss KTV The Remix Season 8, only on GBM.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
The competition has officially begun. 12 incredible contestants took the stage on night 1, but the journey continues. And for 2 contestants, it all comes to an end. Who will survive the first elimination and move one step closer to the KTV The Remix Season 8 title? Join us Tuesday, July 14th at 8 p.m. at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for another unforgettable night of music, entertainment, and excitement. Get your tickets today at the Greater Belize Media Office on Coney Drive or at 88 Shopping Center. Come cheer on your favorite contestant, be a part of the live audience, and witness the next chapter of the competition unfold. Don't miss KTV The Remix Season 8, only on GBM.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
He skipped nights out. Said maybe next time too often. Ramen became a lifestyle. All for this moment, his first car. Protect what you've worked for with RF&G Motor Insurance.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit, more data, a flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100 key. No stress, no waiting. Just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Welcome back. We are wrapping things up at this time. It's been a fun Tuesday morning, and we hope you have been enjoying the show. As we wind things down, there's much more fun to look forward to throughout the course of the day because, as we mentioned, it is KTV Tuesday. And there's a lot to look forward to just in the second week, Paul. As we mentioned, it is Caribbean/reggae for the genre this week. And so I know that the contestants have been prepping themselves to give off a good show. I'm hoping with Sisson Lee like Dread Caps, we have some Bob Marley.
So I was going to ask, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the song selections. I'm not privy to it.
I don't
But if you
either.
could make a guess, top 3 songs we could expect.
Okay.
What would those
I'll
be?
go artist.
Artist,
I know for sure we're going to be hearing some Bob Marley one way or
Bob
another.
Marley.
Maybe I'll leave Chronics. You know, I think a Chronics would be nice. That's about it. Oh, I know we'll hear maybe a Tommy Chin or one of the Chin sisters.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
How the song go? We're
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're not on KTV.
I
but
agree.
yes.
Yeah. So I definitely want to guess we'll have a Bob Marley. You know, for sure. I'm expecting.
Caribbean.
Oh, so it could be soca too.
That's true.
And it could
We
be
could even have a
dancehall.
little Belize vibe in there because that's Caribbean too. But I know there's also the genre where you could spin the wheel and get Belize pun it
Well,
too.
you
but-
say, we say reggae and Caribbean, usually the artists then play it safe and go for reggae.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're afraid for what, like soca, for example.
Yeah.
That could be way upbeat. You have to do a lot
Too
of
much
movement,
breath work,
do a lot of breath work. So sometimes you go for reggae. So I want to stick with my reggae guesses. So I want to say Bob Marley for sure. Who hot in a reggae right now? Who hot in a reggae? I don't know. So
I think I did some solid.
you
some solid
did,
picks.
and then I'm thinking those along those same lines and that. But yeah, Chronics.
Yeah,
Let
I think
me
Chronics.
say so we say Chronics, and why this one you talk. Maybe I'm going back old school, right? Like the Peter. Pata. Right, so I like that
That
type
would be
of
good
vibes
if somebody
there.
could sing that.
I
Paul,
feel
only
like
you
I
could
go
think
back
outside
old-
the box like that.
I think I would go old school and maybe 1 or 2 old school artists.
I'm excited to see what Judson sings. Judson is the American who is a part of the crew. Imagine he goes sing Ali Pita Pata.
Hey, you know Somali boy Creole then?
Yes, Paul. I want to see what he do
And
tonight.
he only had 7 or 8 months.
Months so far.
And he must have done finally Creole girlfriend.
I don't blame her, you know?
They tell him, because that only way you are know along with someone.
Yeah, and I know his first night he sang Spanish. No, that was his audition.
That was the audition.
So
Really good.
he's clearly putting himself outside the box. He's not afraid to challenge himself. And so I think it's going to be an exciting night. You have all different type of people, and I know it also comes with a level of angst as well because of the elimination part of it. But ultimately, it boils down to what you guys do. You have to vote for your favorites. You can't just get in the comment section and say, this one I'll win and whatnot. You have to vote for them.
Yeah, and then we also want to invite you, like, in the strongest way possible, to buy your tickets and attend the show in person. It's not only about your you going to enjoy the show, while that is a huge part of it, but it's also about the energy inside the Bliss.
There are giveaways inside the Bliss too.
Always, every week, there's loads of giveaways. But your favorite contestant appreciates you being there in person and cheering them on, right? So they love your votes, but if you already have decided this one is my favorite one, then they want you to sound that appreciation in person. And so that's why we encourage you to buy your tickets, to be there, enjoy the show, and to cheer for your favorite contestant.
There are certain experiences that you cannot get unless you're there in person. I remember when Darlin, during his year, came off stage and he was giving out roses, you know, to the audience. You can't get that unless you're there. And so I'm hoping that people take advantage of that. It's a completely different experience. Of course, it's an opportunity to bring out some of your friends and family and have some fun as well. But the show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, so whether you're going to be watching it at home or if you're going to be at the Bliss, we encourage you guys to lock in 8 p.m. sharp. And remember that the tickets are available at our studios here on Coney Drive. You can also get it at the 88 Shopping Center here in Belize City or at the Bliss. They're only $5. But we do have to wrap things up, Paul. It's been a fun morning, and we want to say thank you to all of our guests who joined us, and also you guys for locking in with us. It is July 14th. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oie@greaterbelize.com.
I do have a birthday shout out. I didn't send in their pictures, but I have twin cousins, Monica and Monique. They're celebrating their birthday today. So I'd like to say happy birthday to them. I know my mom's birthday is next week. I'll be sure not to forget that one and send in pictures as well, right? But just happy birthday to my cousins. But you can also catch us live on Facebook every weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BC, or on Instagram for all the behind the scenes highlight at OYE Belize. And also follow us on TikTok, guys, at openyoureyes.bc.
And then you can also send us a text or call us on our OYE phone number. That's 675-2555. But please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, be sure to keep your eyes, your mind,
and your heart wide open.
Have a wonderful Tuesday, Belize. A beautiful good morning to you guys, and we hope you have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.